Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB Performance. Colombian international and inter-winger Alexis Sanchez injured his left ankle during Chile's friendly on October 12th, an injury the Chile Federation diagnosed as a quote, dislocation of the peroneal tendons, confirmed both by Inter's medical staff and further medical consultation in Barcelona. In this video, I'll explain the injury itself, his return to play timeline, and any risks moving forward. The peroneals are muscles that start on the lateral outer part of the lower leg, travel down to the lateral malleolus, bump on the outside part of your ankle while thinning and turning into tendons, and then continue down to the foot. The peroneus brevis inserts at the base of the lateral outer part of the foot, specifically at the base of the fifth metatarsal. The peroneus longus circles around the outer part of the foot and then dips underneath, inserting at the base of the hallux, big toe. Both peroneal tendons sit in a container called the synovial sheath, which splits at the peroneal tubercle. This sheath is covered by a tissue called the superior peroneal retinaculum, SPR. When the SPR gets torn, which typically happens for footballers due to an acute contact injury, as is the case here with Alexis, those peroneal tendons can pop out of their groove, medically termed a dislocation. During resistance testing, the player will often feel significant apprehension and the tendons flicking around. With this injury, surgery is indicated nearly 100% of the time, regardless of athlete or not. Accordingly, Alexis underwent surgery 4 days following the injury on October 16th. In the procedure, the surgeon will repair the torn SPR tissue and then deepen the groove that the peroneal tendons sit in while crossing the lateral malleolus. Further, it's not uncommon for the surgeon to find additional damage to the tendons themselves, or lateral ankle ligaments and repair them as needed. The return to play timeline after surgery is roughly 3 months, which aligns exactly with the timeline Inter has announced as well. That timeline, barring any setbacks, would see Alexis back on the pitch in mid-January 2020. Recent reports are that Alexis is aiming to come back slightly sooner, targeting Inter's first game of the new year on January 5th versus Napoli. It's a reasonable goal, but if there's any doubt, I fully expect Inter to not risk the winger and face a potential setback just as he's nearing the return to play finish line. The short and long-term outcomes of this procedure are quite good, and I'd expect a smooth return to play for Sanchez. There are rare cases where the procedure does fail, which requires follow-up, more invasive surgery, but again, those are few and far between. Additionally, similar to any injury that requires surgery and an extended rehab, there is an inherent elevated risk for compensatory injuries, and Alexis potentially dealing with kinesiophobia, aka fear of movement or re-injury that stems from a lack of confidence and or complete trust in the ankle. Those are factors the rehab and training staff will be on the lookout for throughout the rehab process, strength and conditioning training, and on the pitch. All in all, the peroneal dislocation is certainly a blow for club and player who was just starting to find his footing in a new situation and environment, while self-admittedly beginning to enjoy playing the game again after his miserable stint with Manchester United. However, there's more good news than bad news, as the injury has excellent outcomes after surgery with a reliable return to play timeline that should have Sanchez back on the pitch at latest near mid-January 2020. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. My goal is to provide you with in-depth, evidence-based, narrative-free analysis, and you can always find me on IG and Twitter at 3CB Performance. Make sure to sub to the channel for the latest updates. 3CB out.